This is episode 11 of Learn With Me podcast dedicated to helping you building your business in the online world, welcoming Maryam, our host, and immediately going to the episode.
Building a brand from scratch, because most people are going to say and used to say building a brand is for high-end people that are in sports, that are celebrities. But building a brand for yourself is knowing and making connection with your audience by blogging, by making podcasts, different way of content. And when you want to build authority, first of all, you need to join groups. Your customers, where are your customers? You need to join that network, talk to them a lot, ask questions, and which format of content do they consume, like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, and there's a lot of more places. Go find where is your customers, which type of format they are consuming, and then try to connect with them. Connect where they are going. If you are mostly business, most likely it will be, and your customers are going to be in LinkedIn. If you are looking for much young audience, they will be like TikTok, hopefully like Instagram. It depends on your market, and then find what your market is, and then go with the customers. Your market, when you find your customers, those customers should be fulfilling the roles of buying or watching or reading or listening to whatever you're saying, doing. So even like knowing your customers, whatever you're doing, first know you, what you're going to do, then find those audience. And most people will say this is like the hardest part, like to find the audience. There's like different ways for you to find an audience, specifically when you are passionate about the thing that you're doing. You need to ask a few questions that may be a little bit unease or uncomfortable, but you will know about it. And make a leadership for you in those markets for your customers. You need to put your position as the leader. So whatever your topic is, make that a key and make people trusting you. It is not easy. It's not something that is easy. It takes years for people to trust you, and for first people to trust you is giving free content and making sure your customers, audience, your people knows you for you before you start monetizing or doing anything else. And doing that, first you need a website for you to catch those customers. And when you have a website from, there's different platforms of places to make the website, and choose a one that has an email marketing choice, as you'll be catching more of your people with emails, and you can contact them back with your website and emails. And make sure they are in top of everything that you're doing, and also you being on top of everything what the niche are saying. And make sure a lot of times, but put yourself as the solution, the leader, and find 3 ways for you to be the solution. Like, what do you do? What makes you unique from the other, a lot of markets that people are in? What makes you different from all of those? So, ask 3 questions. what makes you unique, what is your topic is going to be about. And as me thinking those questions, I'm thinking like the third one, the important one, because I have a lot on my mind. But most likely it will be play long term, as your customers want people that they can see you grow and long. They don't really want to see that growing shortly and then dying down. They want to see you growing from zero, nothing, to up. And it is great if some of you already established a audience, and if you did, you should ask them, what should I put more? What do you like? If you have an audience that can respond back to you. And going back to branding thing, it should be your image, your voice, the way that you sound, again, the way that you make your things, how you make your things unique. Those kind of things will be related to you. And when you have a brand, because I want you guys to know, a brand is an image that will be on the internet forever. If you have an image like a leader, the way that you voice, the way that you talk, and if you're on camera, the way that you move, your face, your hand, your body language, those all are brand. That's all are brand in your business. And brand is one of those other businesses. Your other businesses, it doesn't have to be showing your face, showing anything. It could be just publishing a blog or selling products. There are businesses and that are brand, and brand are making stories of something and making the other person intrigued. Branding yourself in social media. I have talked in the last few minutes about branding, and branding yourself in social media could be a little bit confusing for beginners. Branding yourself in social media, like building yourself a good image, going back the way that you voice, the type of content that you create, and building a strategy. I said "and" 2 times, but okay. Building a strategy for your social media branding, for making sales or having more of an audience. Making a strategy is playing long term, and strategy like content calendar, that's playing like few months what you're going to be making, and that could be a very good one for having a strategy in the first few years and to play long term, and that will make you focus more on your journey and goal. And sometimes we just got to be involved in those sometimes boring conversations with people that we want to be like or we want to be around. So be more talkative to your niche, the saturated market, and make yourself like a boss, okay? We don't want ourselves downplaying ourselves. Give more information to your customers, your audience for free for a few years. I would say years, but most people are going to be for a few months, and then when they establish some things, they will monetize their success for this few months. And sometimes we just think that in social media branding and those kind of things that we don't have to work hard for it, because people think like that. Like, I'm not joking. There's people that think that you can just post something and you can just forget it, and then for a few months you will start getting distracted. People listening to you, watching to you, reading to you. So you need to work for those people, for the views. It is not making the thing and just go and not do anything more. You need to be engaged. You need to be focused on the thing that you are being passionate about. And talking about our competitors, our competitors in your niche. Okay, it depends on your niche. So let's use my niche. So my competitors are like buddies. We really don't compete for the same audience. Specifically, when I talk about business and those kind of things, they do talk about it, but they're in a different sort of niche, like talking about time, productivity. I do not know how to say that word, okay? And like different things. So I am not like competing with them in a sort of level, but they are like behind competitors. So make your competitors like not a close friend. I will say a friend, but not a close, because you still need to be careful for them and you not to get caught up in a tough situation. So you guys will be like friends, and then you start copying each other, and that will not work. And most likely, like my niche, most of them and a lot of them are bigger and stronger, more established people, and sometimes that really does bother me. But sometimes you need to remind yourself that you are starting and you are a better and kind of like saw everything like before your eyes, so you see like their missing points or like their gaps, so you fill those and build those relationships for you to be bigger. Use their sources, but first build some of trust and relationship, and then start reaching out for other things, and like ask questions. I talked about this a little bit, like customers and those kind of things, but ask questions like what they are most interested about, what they grab their attention most. And you can find this like with like analytics and those kind of things, and know what is their pains and position yourself as the solution. Ask more questions than I told you in this video. Just think creatively and see people and ask people that are that you want to target. And when you do that, it will be every place, every question that they have, they will go to you, and that will make you more key player in the niche for a long term. Going back to content marketing, there's like 3 types of content that you can be creating. It could be informational, it could be a fun one. I really don't know, like the third one is like in between of those 2. So it's like a fun one, but also informational. And when you can like do all of them, but you should know your customers, what they want, not what you want. Put your feelings like in the second place, because your customers, how many times did I say customers? I mean your audience, because they don't have to be your customers. Your audience, they should be first and then you second in the thinking situation or like creating content. And content marketing should be a second key player in your business. That's the word I'm looking for. Business. So yeah. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I have tried to talk and make it a little bit more fun for you guys to listen to the episodes, and I'm changing my styles a little bit and leaving the not so much good part in. Slowly I'm saying not good part because I cannot really pronounce very hard words, so sometimes I just throw them out. And sometimes me listening to podcasts and seeing my favorite people making mistakes, and then they say, okay, that's fine, we can move on from that. It is a fun one, and I'm trying to put this into my business for you guys as the listeners to enjoy listening to me and making mistakes and learning from my
Music bed.